Good morning, guys. Alright, so today's video is gonna be a little bit different, as you can see. I have work this weekend, so I thought I'd take you guys along with me so you guys can kind of, get some insight into like what a typical weekend for me would look like when I have work. Just get a little idea of what it is that I do with, actual full-time job and stuff. Um, Fun fact about me, it takes me like a good 10 to 20 minutes to get up out of the bed in the mornings. Like, I'm not one of those persons that just jump up and like, yes, morning, leg out. No, I'm really not a morning person. It takes me like a couple minutes to thaw, like I'm awake, but like it takes my body some time to be like, all right, girl, let's do this. Actually, saw me that is so reminiscent of me. I'm going to insert it in the video. So, in the next like few minutes or so, I'm just gonna go get up and get dressed, well, shower, obviously, get dressed and have some tea, and then I'll head to work. I do it to the supermarket, so hopefully I finish with work in time so I can actually catch the supermarket before it closes. And then pass it to the pharmacy. So guys, yeah, you can stay tuned. Vice on Christian everything. I'm telling you, not take like a while from my town. I'm a five people fully wake up. If you want to see all that, stay tuned. Y'all, in the rush to head out and get ready, I completely forgot. I said I was gonna be vlogging. So I'm actually heading out to the house now, but I just want to show you guys what I have for breakfast. I usually have this most mornings. I usually have it like with warm almond milk. Tastes so good to me. Unsweetened vanilla almond milk. I think it's the Almond Breeze brand. I really like the other one then, but yeah, this actually keeps me pretty full. So if I have to be on the word for an extended period of time, when I have a come down for eat or anything like that, because I just want to finish, if that makes sense. So if you guys are looking for something that will fill you up and hold you can consider that. Ooh, get rid of this. All right, so the next clip y'all gonna see me at work. Okay. Alright guys, so I'm at work. No, I'm kind of catching up somewhere if because me and lean over and the angle look bad. Alright, I'm like in the staff room area, so I'm getting ready to put on myself to head out on the board. So I just wanted to like talk through before I fully put on everything, because then y'all might not hear me. So for those of you who don't know, I am a physical therapist. So if you don't know anything about physiotherapy, physiotherapists are actually movement and rehabilitative specialists, right? So our goal is always to get you back to normal or as close to normal as possible, right? That's what we usually try to do. So most persons would be aware of physiotherapy through like, orthopedic conditions, anything with the bones and the muscles, your ligaments, things like that. So like your sporting injuries, back pain, them type of stuff. That's how most persons are familiar with physiotherapy or stroke. What a lot of persons don't tend to know is the respiratory part of physiotherapy. So chest physiotherapy, which is what if I work on a weekend, that's usually the part or the area that I am working in onwards. So in like other parts of the world, like in the US for instance, you find that you have a respiratory therapist different from a physiotherapist. But also, as is the norm in Jamaica, we do everything. So like on a weekend, what my day would include is like I said, chest patients. So I would see anything from your patients with asthma, patients with pneumonia, I also see persons like after surgery, because a lot of times when you do surgery, the mere fact of you having the anesthesia and all of that, it can lead you prone to getting chest infections. You might have collapse of your lung afterwards. So our job afterwards is really to get you up and out of the bed. A lot of patients complain like, Lord God, I'm just a surgery, and I'm like, that's why I'm here. So after surgery, we really want to get persons out of the bed, have you moving around because you don't want to stay in hospital for long, and the longer that you stay in bed after, then you're kind of leaving yourself open for like infections. This is what other type of patients I say, just so you guys can get like an overview. So let's say for instance a person has a stab wound to the chest or something, and there is fluid that has started to collect that is causing their lungs to collapse. Then physiotherapy comes into play again, because I usually have a tube to drain it out. We have to give you breathing exercises and things like that. For persons who have like really bad burns, believe it or not, physiotherapy comes into play in that regard. So persons who have burns for like a very like full, almost full body type of thing, or crossing major joints, then we tend to see those persons on a weekend also, because what you don't want to have happen is that you kind of leave them near, and in the healing process them get stiff. That's the one thing you don't want to have happen. So I have to go in and mobilize patients, and I always tell people treat from baby to granny. So that's another set of patients that we see on the weekends. So the babies, a lot of them are born premature. When you're born premature, your lungs have not fully developed, so a lot of them are on some type of stuff to help them to breathe. So physiotherapy comes into play. We have to help them to breathe better. If there's any cold on the chest, it helps to loosen that up, you know, use certain techniques to help them to breathe better, all that type of stuff. So that is all that I do. Like when you see me, or when I mention that I'm working on a weekend, it's usually those types of patients, like your really critical patients. Anybody, even patients who have done surgery and they're not doing so hot and they're still in the recovery room, you have to go in. Like physiotherapy really does play a major role in that regard. And even with all the, you know, the chaos that's going on in the world, those types of patients as well, because they're going to end up with some long-term issues and breathing stuff and all of that. So yeah guys, that is my superpower. I'm a physiotherapist. Oh, no. Anyways, I'm gonna like finish putting on the stuff. I'm not gonna actually take you guys on the ward with me, like I can't do that there. But I guess you see me when I come back, and then like maybe when I go to the supermarket, hopefully like y'all pray for me that I can be finished early. Alright, so I hope you guys like that little insight into what it is that I do. I find that not a lot of persons know what physio is or really understand the importance of it. I think that contributes sometimes to the therapy. If you guys haven't heard that errands yet, then I'll link it below. But yeah, that's what I do, y'all. Physiotherapy actually does a lot. Like there's so much more to physio than a lot of persons know. There's so many conditions that we can help with that most persons aren't fully aware of. So I hope I did shed some insight into that for you guys, and you feel like, yeah, I know a little bit of something now. Alright, so this is the last part of my scope. It looks very awkward though. Anyways, y'all. So I am off to work. Jesus. If you never know how much them people to do them something up on a weekend go. Let's start to me. Alright, so I'm a clipboard, my step. If you guys have been watching me from day one, then you'd have recognized this clipboard. I mentioned it in an Amazon haul. So yeah, there you go. Alright guys, I'm not quite done. But I'm still at it, you know, doing the work of the Lord and the government. Let's just finish up though, so I can continue with more other stuff. Ooh. Alright guys, oh my blend is lopsided. Anyways guys, so I'm all done on the wards, but I'm not going home just yet. I am trying to grade a student's booklet that I had supervised as part of what I have to do as well from time to time. When students do come in the clinic, there's a an evaluation that you have to do for them. I've had this for like a week and something now, and I usually don't keep things for that long. So I just want to try do it before I go home, because when I know if I go home, it not gonna get done, and then we need them things. So yeah, that's part of it. Grading booklets. I feel like I'm just talking to y'all all day, but look here, coming to the supermarket on a weekend is a pointless thing, because if you ever see the line in, so I don't normally come on a weekend, and I try to come not a week, because this is rubbish. Everybody pack up, because we have to go early. Alright, so I need almond milk. This is the one I get. I was telling you guys about unsweetened vanilla. Oh, I like that one too. My cookies. Like, sorry.
Wow. Where? Oh.
Cucumbers and stuff. That jackfruit. What else do I need? Oh, I think I might need a mackerel, some bacon trays, and the sausage new. I think these are. I feel like making a baked chicken tomorrow, and I can't bother. So I got the regular stew. Alright, so what I might have to do is to like drop the basket and go pick up the other stuff. Alright. This don't make no sense. Alright. Look, see that my just very prank grab more. So I can't come outside here because I can't deal with this. So because 4 o'clock I come, everybody a rush. I don't have time for that. So I just need to take out my 2 whole chicken them and my wings. Because I like to do jerk wings from time to time and call it a day. There's no wings. I'm too sad. But I don't have any wings. No. So no. Y'all, in this mud rush, I'm just really trying to get out. So the clips are in here is like going to be very few and far between. This doesn't make sense. That's pretty much it. Look here. You see because the place lock off at 4. It's like, what time is it? No, it's like after 2, like 2:15. It's like there's a mad rush for everybody coming to the supermarket and get what they want. What supermarket I want tomorrow, you know? Like, I just because I can't bother for going left out of my yard again tomorrow. Anyways, I didn't really get much for doing there, so because it's like, I did just a try up and come out, but like just push up my cat and run, go for things and come back and push up and run and come back. So I don't have much footage. I am so sorry. In there, it well packed up. I didn't get my wings though. I'm gonna check somewhere else for the wings. But I think I'm just gonna go ahead and end the vlog there. I think a park you could have find. I just park on the side of the road. I'm getting one from my kid. Yeah. Daddy, you really not gonna tell the people them hello?
Nobody, hello.
Alright. Anyways guys, I think I'm just gonna end it there. If you like the content, Let me know, drop it down in the comment section. Make sure you like the video. You see all of them go through. Make sure you like the video, share the video. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel.